Hi everyone, my name is Franbel Ominari. Welcome to our channel OCHAREO. Today we want to speak about the ogdun ofun, the number 10th ogdun in our divination system, the ogdun. This is one of the ogdun that have a great spiritual core. The sign of Ofun speak with all his kids that the spiritual core is too huge, that sometimes bother them. In this sign, we are supposed to go to the church and pray. Why? Because here you have priests in your spiritual core that you are supposed to pray for them in the church. And it is possible in front of the Virgin of the Mercedes. That is important. But in the other side, we have the egun that you are supposed to do masses in your house. But when you do the masses in the house for your spiritual core, try to have always herbs. Why? Because in case that any dark spirit or phenomenon show up in your mass, you have the herbs to work against them. This is something that you are supposed to have. Like, example, quita maldición, rompe saragüey, vencedor, ciguaraya, amásigo, salvadera. All of them you can have in the mass. But something else, and clean the house from the back to the front door. When you season this bath, even though you add holy water, ori, cocoa butter, efun, and anything else that you want, add different colognes that you have, like sandalo, like Florida water, all of them that you have, use it. And add to goat milk. The goat milk is a great ingredient when you prepare a bath in this ogdun ofun. The best bath that we have, that is the ceremony, is the mewa bath. The bath of mewa is done by the oriate and is supposed to be people that have this bath. Not every santero have the possibility to work when we are performance the mewa bath. So this indicates you that the person that has this ogdun is so important that you take different baths. Why? Because you have the gift that the eguns attach to you. And sometimes you cannot even sleep, and sometimes you see spirits. This is the reason too that the person that has this ogdun are supposed to sleep with a night light. A night light, why? Because in this case you don't see any shadow around you, and you get nervous. Try to, when you're going to sleep, use the night light. When you have this ogdun in olokun, or your ikofa, or abofaka, or urumila, before you get crowned, try to get a scratch. So when you get a scratch, you could have your pat later, or your lucero, or something that your spirit live in there, because you will have a spirit that work with the pat. That's why it's important in this ogdun to get a scratch. Don't be stubborn in life. Try to use the common sense, because the person that have fun sometimes we don't think. We want this, and it's this that we want, and that's it. And we make a lot of mistakes. So it's important if you have decided that you analyze first everything that you're going to do in life. Don't get stubborn because it goes to work against you. In this sign we say Maferefun o Batala, Yemaya, Olofi, Odua, Oya, Egun, Elegua, Chango, Ogun. All of these orishas and more speak in the Ogdun Ofun. However, when we speak about Obatala, we speak about Ayala or Ahala. That is the Obatala that is in charge in heaven to make the head. What happened that this Obatala, in his path, one day he decided to drink, and he was drinking, and he started to make the head in heaven. He put the brain of the women in the body of the men, the brain of the child in the brain of the elders. It was a disaster. And then were born a lot of people with different problems, mentally and physically. And what happened that Olofi claimed and said, what happened? And he sent Elegua. Elegua said, no, my father, is that Obatala, Ahala, is drunk. So he called Obatala, and he told Obatala, you can never, ever drink in your life. This is the reason that Obatala doesn't drink rum. And this is the way for the Obatala kids, and in addition of that, for the person that has this Ogdun. Because when you drink or get any intoxicant in your life, what happens that it messes your brain, it messes your life. And at some point, you even going to know who you are. So it's important that you avoid the alcohol and the addiction in this Ogdun often. This Ogdun speaks when the Kers were born. And why the Kers were born? Because Ofun, he was the man that he has his house, and he always picked up different egun and phenomena around the town, and he take care of them. But no one knew that. And one day, a married couple approached him and speak with him. I need that you take care of my daughter. Often, he didn't want to do that, but they insist. So Ofun said, okay, I'm going to take care of your daughter, that her name was Anana Gu. And then he spoke with Anana Gu, and he said, you see that bedroom? No go any day to that bedroom. Don't go to that bedroom. And if you go into there, don't remove anything and try to don't see anything. But he always keep the door closed. But he fall in love with that child, and he bought a lot of toys for her, and you know, he dressed her, everything that she wants. Ofun provide her with that. But one day, he went out of his house, and he left the door open. So the girl, child, you know, she went into the bedroom, and she started to look for everything, and she saw a white sheet by the corner. So she went over there, and she discovered. When she discovered that, it's like she opened the Pandora box. All the egun, all the spirits were out of the pot. So the sky got gray, and everyone noticed in the town that something wrong happened. Ofun, that he knew the power of that spirit, he ran to his house. But also the parents of Anana Gu, when they got there, their daughter was on the floor in panic. She was crying and she didn't speak. What happened that they claimed to Ofun and then start to curse Ofun. And he said, you see, you are the person that always are working with phenomenon, you are the witch. They offend him and was called Ofun, felt bad about it. What this ogdun is telling us, that we are not supposed to take care the kids of anyone if we have Ofun like ogdun in our life. Why? Because when we take care of kids that don't belong to us, everything is good, is nothing happen. But if something happen, the parents, they go to offend us and claim for anything that they want. And even we can be in trouble with the justice. So in this ogdun, one of the prohibitions is don't take care of any kids. Even if it's the family member, don't be a babysitter. Never ever be a babysitter because you could be in trouble. And if we have the path, if we have Sarabanda, if we have Rayo, any path that we have, and we have kids, we are supposed to keep the kids away from that. Why? Because the kids, they are so curious. And sometimes they see something that we don't see. I remember that when I was a kid, they don't like that any of us were around in any ceremony, even though you are a scratch, even though you had OCHAREO. No, they said this is for elders, this is not for the kids. The kids are supposed to play. The kids are supposed to live their life. Why? Because they can reject the religion at some point if we take them to different ceremonies. And like I said before, sometimes they got in panic. Why? Because they see something, they feel something, and they start to cry. It's a problem with them. So it's so much better for everyone that keep the kids away from our ceremonies. In this ogdun, we are not supposed to eat pork. Why? Because here speak about the pork family. That the huge pork he saw how it could, when any pork was big, they take and that pork don't go back again. So he start to feed his family with garlic. He feed his family with garlic to keep the family healthy. And he start to open the hole next to the fence, and when he opened the hole, escape from the farm. So here we are not supposed to eat pork because the pork meat is scarce in this ogdun too. And we are supposed to take care of the cholesterol and the phenomenon. When we speak about health in this ogdun, we speak about all the illness unknown in the world, even the problem that we have now, that we see how immune, now is not COVID, now is Delta, something like that. Even a phenomenon that is happening now around the world, this is in this ogdun, the unknown disease. So we are supposed to take care of our health. We are not supposed to get a lot of pounds. We are supposed to stay healthy as much as we can. And with that, we have everything, because this ogdun is the ogdun that speaks about evolution, about economic evolution, about to have properties, houses, something, because Ofun is the ogdun that for the first time the human being made the money, made the coin, made the bills. So in order to get that, to get the prosperity, don't be starving in your life, take your bath, Be careful what you eat and be careful with the kids. With that is more than enough. And avoid funeral parlor, avoid cemeteries. Remember that when you go to the cemetery, to the door of the cemetery or inside the cemetery, the person that has this order have the power to call them. When you are in the cemetery, you just speak, just you pray, and all the spirits lift it up, and all of them go with you, and all of them follow you. This is the reason that when the people hear, oh, this person has often, some people reject the person that had this order because they know that this person has power with the spirit, have power with the egun. And when any person that have often, you have a problem and curse you, it will be a problem. So we try to avoid to argue with any of them that have often. But remember, too, did you have this odun and you have already the megwa bath, avoid to curse anyone. Dress in white, pray, take your bath, and you will see the results by your own hands. Thank you all of you for watching this video. That this video help you in your private life and in your religious life. Leave your comment below. Here you have our phone number to contact us for any tutorial in the religion. Subscribe to the channel to receive notification about new videos. A like if you really like this video. Health, faith, and prosperity. Ya tú sabes. Oh, chareo.